Hey besties, it's your girl Oni Luana, and big thank you and big shout out to watching Gossip Gala. But research has shown that you probably haven't subscribed, so what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button right now and stay tuned to see what Oni Luana talks about and get all the juiciest gist. Thank you.
It's Monday and it's time to gossip. This is Gossip Gala and my name is Got Beauty Israel, aka the Lady Vibe, aka Planty Planty, aka Grassy Batty. And of course I'm not alone. I'm here with my baby girl. Hey.
Hello guys. Obviously, it's your favorite girl, Oni Luana. Period.
How are you, baby?
I'm great.
See how you're looking. Very beautiful.
Oh,
God.
thank you. Stop it. Oh, stop.
How are you? How was your weekend like? Tell me.
My weekend was jam packed, but
Okay.
I had a great weekend. Like down from Valentine's Day, you
Yeah.
know, I went out with my man, then we all went to the club. I went to the club like with my family, like my siblings and my man and my cousins
okay.
or whatever. Went to the club, and then on Saturday, what did I do? I think on Saturday I went to Mako again with my friends. Also
Okay.
went to the club again.
Okay.
Yeah, back to back, and then on Sunday I had a shoot. So yeah, this weekend was quite packed for me. And now we're back to Monday. Sorry. My only pain about this weekend is that
Tell
like I
me.
just didn't get to sleep in, you know? I would have really
Okay.
loved to sleep in, but
So
busy.
you're back to work.
Uh,
So how do you feel now? I mean, coming back to work, given the whole, things you've had to do during the weekend.
I mean,
Coming back to work, how's it
obviously,
like?
I'm always excited to gossip. I mean,
You guys.
what are you telling me? I mean, as stressful as the day may be, like when the gossip enters, the vibe enters. You get what I'm
Straight
saying?
up.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, let's joke. Okay, so
How was your weekend? I always have to ask you.
of course, I was expecting that, even though I was trying to run away.
I noticed, but I said stop.
My weekend was a beautiful one. I just had certain kind of conversations with a lot of people. I had meetings as usual. I think
Okay.
the only difference was that I was somehow celebrated, right, by certain persons. Yeah, honestly, so everybody knows how single I am, and I was just thinking that the Valentine will just go. I beg anyway, like every normal
Yeah.
day, right? Then on Saturday, I went to the salon to go check my hair out and all of that. And then I was getting like several calls. This person is calling me like, oh, Gospel, where are you? I want to send this to you. And another person like, oh, Gospel, I want this. I'm like, okay, you guys should hold up. What's going on here? It was like a planned stuff. So there was something I posted on my status on WhatsApp on Friday, right? Something regarding, the fact that nobody has called me that a dispatch is coming. If it be say my character bad, true.
I'm
So when I so when I
screaming.
posted that, I just did that like normal,
Yeah,
the
for
normal stuff
fun.
exactly.
Yeah, I
Then
get it.
on Saturday, they was like, oh, babe, come on, stop now. You're this, you helped me with this, you helped me with that.
Aw.
And it was quite amazing because, again, these were even persons that I was not even expecting. I haven't spoken to these persons in a long time. Do you get?
Yeah.
So only for the remembrance, and I felt loved on Saturday. I'm not even
I
going to
mean,
lie.
what is
It was a
Valentine's
beautiful
about?
one.
You
Yeah.
know, it's the spirit of love, friends, family, and all around. I love
All
that
right,
for you.
straight into street eggs. They're just very, very interesting ones I see here. Given that, it's Valentine's season, a lot of people are still waking up to reality that, baby, you don't have a baby. Just calm down. The first one I have here is yesterday, I only saw ladies getting flowers and gifts. So my question is Valentine's for partners or ladies? Just asking. Kai.
Okay.
It just means that this person did not collect the gifts. Probably was some information, not even reach out.
Chim. You know.
Wahala.
Obviously, it's for ladies and men, but
It's for everybody, actually.
you know how women they must just make everything mostly about them.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that men are not allowed to receive gifts. And I'm sorry if you did not receive one. Maybe next year. Maybe.
Maybe next year. Let's give that affirmation of Copy. When Copy said that this is my last year of being single, I'll be acting.
Okay.
There's just a lot of
Amen.
that.
Oh.
Amen. All right. Next one from David. We have here. Once you catch feelings with person where no sabi communicate, your life don't spoil. Oh God. Oh Lord.
Oh, Chim.
Heavy on. If you catch feelings for person where we say the only thing when you understand pass na to send sticker. See, your own don't
What?
finish.
No, it's not even
No
just about the
jokes.
sending sticker. It's just like not being able to like communicate in general. Because like when you can't communicate, you can't
Right.
problem solve. You can't,
I
you
mean,
can't grow. You can't elevate. You can't, you can't build. So it's like,
but
damn, your life is actually finished. Because at this point, you actually do have feelings for the person,
yeah.
but it's like this person can't even like give you the time of day or just like simple communication. And I feel like that's like the most messed up thing
Yeah.
that could ever happen in a relationship because that's the beginning of all problems.
But I want to question this person. How do you actually catch feeling for such a person? Someone that is not communicating. How do you catch feeling for such a person?
See, he may not mean like someone that's not like, physically like
Of
communicating.
course.
He may mean like someone who's just not like opening up, like going into depths, like things like that. So it's like maybe like at the start, like
Okay.
you're just getting to know them, whatnot. Okay, now like we're together. It's like I expect you to like give me more and tell me more, but you're not telling me more. So it's like damn. And it's like when I even come to you with my problems and like just speaking to you about things in general, like you don't hear me, like you don't understand me, you don't try and like listen, like you don't take
Listen,
it
yeah,
serious. So
yeah.
it's like yikes. Literally.
Okay, so I think on this point, I think I actually agree. But I just know that I've met certain persons in my life that baby they don't communicate. I'm like this is not to like shade anybody or anything. You're telling this person how are you, and they're probably responding with a sticker. You're asking the person what do you think about this thing, they're responding with a sticker. Like these people don't make proper
I'm
sentences.
screaming.
How much you met
Sexy,
such a
this is
person?
not a drill.
Oh
You guys
no.
need to learn how to communicate.
Hey.
Period.
It was really
This is
like
not a
a
drill.
big problem because I did not catch feelings for this person, but I just know that this person is not serious. Like no jokes. Because tell me why you cannot
But then
communicate properly.
there's a difference from not being able to like speak English or use words,
Oh
and then not
God.
being able to like communicate with your partner. Both of them, sure. This is not a drill. You guys need to just go learn how to communicate in general, both ways.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the last one from Miss Yabora. This one says some of you guys are really losing genuine connections and friendship because when you propose to a lady and she refuses, you stop talking. You stop talking to her. Please, what do you want? What do we want to be talking about? I think it depends on the kind of relationship, to be honest, because the kind of friendship and connection she's talking
Yeah.
about, right? Because if we are dating, right, and let's assume I'm the guy now, and I feel like we are getting somewhere, and that's why I would literally propose to you. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you turned it down. It just makes sense they allow you be. Of course, you can always say hi, how are you, how you doing, and we leave it at that.
No,
That's why I said it depends on
I
the kind of
understand.
friendship she's talking about.
No, I understand where she's coming from because it's not that hard now for a guy to be able to propose to you. Means that that guy must also feel like you feel the same way about each other and like
Yeah.
you love him as equally as he loves you or like you're like down for him. And it's like when you now say no, like this guy will obviously like be shocked and then he'll start thinking, wow, so like are most women like this? And like it actually like hinders them from opening up or like trying to like get into like another relationship. I understand that, but like that should not be the case. Like a no is not a never.
You said no, it's not a never. I don't understand. Only 2025. Honestly speaking, it just I still want to even ask what exactly are we going to be talking about. That's why I said I want to question the connection and friendship she's talking about. Because if you are in a very interesting relationship and I felt like you were important enough and I don't want to lose you and that's why I wanted to get married to you and all of that and you turned me down, it just makes sense that you don't want me. You don't need me in your space. So it's not a never.
Like it can just because I said no. You
Only
guys
is-
will get
only-
it.
only is just when
You guys will get it. A no is not a never.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
Just don't ever
only
give up,
2025.
See, if you give up, how would you succeed when you've given up?
Oh, tough time never lasts.
Only tough people
People do.
last.
Nice,
Sorry,
nice,
last.
nice. No,
And you
nice.
have to go through this period of like, maybe it's a period of like trial and error, and then after the success, the yeses come. No, it's not a never.
I beg. See, tough time never lasts. It's not for relationship. If she said no, waka jeje. I will go on a short break to come back with more gossip for you guys. Stay with us.
Hey guys, it's your girl Purple Diva, and I'm live here at Gossip Gala. I want to say a very big shout out to Gossip Gala. Peace out.
Thank you so much for staying with us. Now it's time to officially gossip. The first one I see here is from Timini. Lagos bad boy. What do they call him? Tell me that thing they call him now. Lagos club boy.
Yeah.
All right, so it says Timini accuses Nigerian musicians of not supporting Nollywood. Nollywood actor Timini has expressed disappointment over the perceived lack of support from Nigerian musicians towards the film industry. In a recent post on X, he noted that while actors frequently promote and support Nigerian music, this support is not reciprocated by musicians for Nollywood projects. Do you think what he's saying is, I mean, cap or no cap? I want to hear. Cap or no cap? It makes sense. I mean, it don't make sense.
To some extent, it does make sense.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense because, like, you would see how all this actresses would show up for, like, all this artists and things like that. But when it's like vice, I've barely or rarely, like, seen, like, an artist go for, like, a movie premiere. Or an artist show up to, like, just different things. Like, I don't see the two of them clash, but I do see where, like, the people who are in the film industry do
Yeah.
support the artists, because, like, in all honesty, like, they go hand in hand, or, like, they should go hand in hand. But I'm not saying like there's no support whatsoever.
I get it.
I'm just not seeing like that, that, like, partnership, that hand in hand support, I'll say.
So I think the question for me would be, how do you want them to support you? Like how? Because no, I'm not sure of how now.
Like, see, for example, now Timini just
Dropped a new
you don't
movie. So we
you don't
should-
see
we should go
them
and
for
watch-
like the movie premiere, like, go watch the movie, just show up in different ways, like, say congratulations, maybe, like, different things. You see how, yeah, I mean, different things, really.
I see. I
I'm
get
not
your
saying-
point.
See, I'm not saying like there's no support at all,
Okay.
but I'm saying, like, in comparison to the way, like, the film industry would support the musical industry,
Yeah.
it should be the same, like, vice versa, but it's not the same. Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like this story is quite a dicey one because, I mean, let's start with this, right? There's already this mindset of, oh, if you watch Nollywood movie, it's the same storyline. I mean, I'm a script writer, so I can tell you
Yeah.
that for free. Do you get what I'm saying? You literally check 2-3 movies, and I'm definitely a fan of Nollywood, so I'm always watching back to back. You will say a particular movie, you can actually predict the end. I mean, that has always been like an issue from beginning. We talked about camera quality and all of this thing, which is something they've actually worked on right now because, I mean, most of the movies you see on, YouTube are giving cinematography vibes. You know that this one is well done, well pointed out. Do you get what I'm saying? Everything is on track. Even the actors, I think they try as much as possible to give us, good actors, people that can act the scene properly, right? But again, I'm looking at how the support thing is supposed to come from the musicians down to, because it's easy for, an actor to, support music, not really because you're supporting the person. You might probably just like the song. And that's why there's not how you want to post a particular video on any of the social media platform without using a music at the background of it. And now people will call that support, right? No, but when it comes to, the musicians now supporting, what's the name? Supporting like the actors and all of that. It has to be regarding probably them watching the movie, which is something, again, it's not, when it comes to Nollywood movies and people watching it and all, I feel like it's literally like a Nigerian thing. Half of Nigerians will tell you that, because of the way they shoot the film or the kind of people that are there, I know they watch, they'll prefer to, go for like an Hollywood movie. Do you get what I'm saying?
That's
so I'm
not
just,
true.
I'm just
A lot of
looking up. No,
people-
it's the truth.
A lot of people do
It's
enjoy.
the truth, and that's
mean,
why I
like,
said 50%.
See, I don't think that's the case. Like, a lot of people do enjoy, like, Nollywood movies. Like, we're not talking about like them
Some of the last
We're
Nollywood
not talking about like them Nollywood movies that
Okay.
were back then or whatever. Like,
No, of
they're
course, of
way
course,
better,
of course, of
way
course.
better storylines, way better movies they're doing now. Like,
Yeah.
on like, if you watch Netflix, if you have Netflix, like,
Of
you would
course.
literally see. So I don't think that's the case. I just feel like, first of all, it's an industry that goes hand in hand. Like, there should just be support from both directions. I don't feel like it should be.
How do you think the support should come?
I just told you.
Okay. All right.
The whole thing about, supporting them, showing up, showing out, going for their premieres, posting
Right.
about it, like, just things like that. exactly like that. That's support.
Okay. So I think that there's something Dotun actually posted, right? And I would literally like us to read that. But honestly speaking, okay, look at this. It said amongst themselves, how many of themselves do they support? They only support each other based on the numbers they pull or how loud your voice is. It is caucus driven space. It's based on what's this? Restratification, if that's the right pronunciation, and the support in is in comparison to what it can benefit them. Make una no let me start my podcast. You go loud. So you see?
That's his opinion. What do you mean by so you see?
Sorry. Me, I've literally just stepped mine as well. But I just feel like when it comes to, I mean, just like, Doctor has already said, even the whole Nollywood space, the reason why there's a bit of like togetherness and all is because, just like somebody complained last month or so, the same persons you see in a particular film, you see the person over and over in other films as well. So if you're talking about the support system, of course, I get it that yes, musicians should also like support the movies and all of that. But I'm just trying to look for like a better way, if there are like better ways to actually support this person. Because the truth is, I can't remember when last I went to watch movies in like at the cinema or something. Because sometimes you also want to be sure that whatever you made mention of Netflix. The reason why most of these movies are on Netflix is because there's already good quality. The story is already. Look at the likes of La Sabi. There's so many of them that are on Netflix. You cannot compare them to the ones we have on YouTube. So that's also like a very big problem as well.
People barely watch movies on YouTube, and the movies that usually come out. No. I know. Like
you need to actually get your statistics very right.
No, see, I know like they're YouTube movies or whatever, but I'm trying to say that people barely watch movies on YouTube, and that's referring to like Nollywood movies. Like if I'm going to watch a movie on YouTube, it'd be like some just like some popular movie. Like no one really goes to YouTube and like search up. I know people do it, but like it's not like a general thing.
All right, moving on to the next story. I'm saying? Yeah, I feel you. Moving on to the next story here, we have Tems becomes first African female artist to hit 1 billion stream on Spotify. Nigerian singer-songwriter Tems has achieved a historic milestone by becoming the first African female artist to surpass 1 billion streams on Spotify. This remarkable feat was largely propelled by her collaboration with Future and Drake on the track Wait For You, which not only topped the United States Billboard Hot 100 chart upon its release in 2022, but also earned 2 Grammy nominations, winning Best Melodic Rap Performance. I will wait for you. What do you think about this? I feel like I literally saw this coming, honestly.
Once again,
almost every week, there's something about Tems that she's
Once again, we are on another episode of Big Tems, Not the Little One. Exactly.
Right.
And honestly, like, I will just keep saying, like the same thing. I'm honestly very happy for her. I'm happy for her growth. I'm happy for her rising.
Right.
Like, she's just doing what she's supposed to be, and she's just glowing the way she's supposed to glow. And I feel like she's, breaking grounds and, like, making lead way for, like, the Africans in the music industry and whatnot. And, yeah, she's obviously amazing, as we can all see. So big congratulations to you, Tems, and I pray you just continue to get bigger and better.
I can't wait to hear another thing about her next week.
On another episode of Big Tems, Not the Little One.
No jokes, because there's always something. Last week we were talking about the fact that she was, adding to the agreement and then like a football club and all of that.
Yeah.
And this week now Spotify is, giving her this. It's a big one. I really love it. Now, the social media platform have been going, fire everywhere. And it's all thanks to VDM, Deeone. It's just a bunch of persons. Now, let me quickly read this out. It says, Lucky Udu exposes encounter with Nedu amid Honest Bunch podcast controversy. Now, it says Nigerian content creator Lucky Edu has shared a troubling experience involving Nedu, the host of the Honest Bunch podcast. In a direct message to social media critic Verydarkman, Udu encountered his attempts to appear on the podcast to address allegations made by Gege, right? Which has adversely affected his reputation and business opportunities. According to Udu, during a phone conversation, Nedu dismissed his concerns, stating he was unfamiliar with that's Lucky's work and didn't care about his content. Nedu proposed that Lucky confronts Gege live on the podcast, a suggestion Lucky declined to avoid promoting negative behavior. Lucky further alleged that Nedu instructed him not to disclose this conversation, that's their conversation, to anyone, a directive Nedu found unsettling. Sorry, Lucky found unsettling. So let's start with how this whole thing started, right? Deeone went to this podcast and he said a bunch of things. I mean, he made some allegations against VDM, right? Things around VDM is, sleeping with men, like he's attracted to men. He's attracted to men. That VDM took about 20 million naira out of the NGO, account that he has, and he's probably, I think he used that to buy like a Range Rover or so. And there's just a bunch of things that D1 mentioned, right? Now, when VDM saw that, what the podcast and all of that was posted on Instagram, instead of the Oga to just face the main person, face the one that came out to say all of these things, instead he went to Nedu and he started attacking Nedu. And he came out to say that, there are a bunch of persons that Nedu has slept with, right? Before Nedu could, help them with, with whatever they were requesting for. He made mention of Jojo. Jojo came out to, talk about it. And that was, I think he also mentioned our cider. That's one part. Now, in all of this chaos that is happening, Lucky felt like it was important to say his own part of the story, right? Because he felt like he has also encountered something similar to all of these things that people are saying about, Nedu. Now, that's where he now told, what's his name? In a voice note, he spoke to Verydarkman, that's VDM, that I'll see what happened to me or personally about, concerning this Nedu case. And then he brought out the conversation. So there was a time where Gege came out to say that, anybody that Lucky interviews, just not say your own don't go. Your own don't finish with that. And your situation will become, worsen and all of that. And of course, Lucky didn't take that lightly. And that's why he reached out to Nedu and said, please, can I come to your podcast so that I can address this issue? But of course, Nedu, according to the voice note that we listened to by Lucky at, VDM that, reposted it, Lucky said that, the first thing that Nedu said was, I don't know you. I don't know the contents or the things that I really don't know what you're talking about, honestly speaking. But of course, we have Gege coming on the show, so I would like you to also come as well, so that you guys can have that conversation. Then we'll now know, what's going on, who is saying the truth and who is not. But Lucky felt like, no, if he comes there, it's going to be, aiding negative behavior, in quote, like that's what he said. That's going to be aiding negative behavior, so that next time other people can come out and say whatever they like, and they will not still be in the same space with the persons that they have insulted and all. And that's how the conversation just went on. So right now we're talking about, what Lucky has said concerning Nedu coming, just saying that, I don't know you. I mean, a bit of insult according to Lucky. What do you think about the story? There's just a lot. We never even reach anywhere because they were on day one side. I mean, there's just a lot to the story. But, from all the things Lucky have said, what do you think about Nedu? The fact that we've heard that, he is sleeping with several, ladies before he can literally help them with opportunities and a whole lot of that. That's one part. And the fact that he also insulted Lucky. I mean, Lucky is just instigating that nobody comes to that podcast without the notion of, you're coming here to say certain things in order for the podcast to grow. Enough for people to know about the podcast, for the podcast to trend. And to be honest, there's no week Honest Buns is not trending. Let's not lie. Let's not lie. But what do you think about the story?
Obviously, it's a lot, and we see a lot in the. Oh well, I don't care.
I don't care.